Greetings, fellow Whovians, and welcome to Timey Wimey Review. My Doctor Who Trial of the Time Lord season review continues with parts 9 to 12, Terror of the Vervoids. Just in case you don't know the plot, it's now the Doctor's turn to defend himself. He gives evidence from the Matrix taken from his own future, where he and new companion Mel receive a distress call from the TARDIS originating from a space luxury liner known as Hyperion 3. On board the space liner, there's been a series of murders and an alien race that has been created in secret, which could very much threaten the entire existence of life on Earth. However, the Doctor's evidence has been tampered with, as he accuses someone of entering the Matrix and deliberately altering the facts. For parts 1 through 8, we have been absolutely spoiled by the riches of the new special effects, model shots, music, sets. It's been absolutely gorgeous so far, but for Terror of the Vervoids, it just has this feeling of they drew the short straw in terms of what they had left in the budget. This is very much a studio bound set, and it just shows. And that's, I'm not trying to be too harsh by it, but I just feel that with season 23, with them being on trial, art imitating life, they were just showcasing what they could do with the budget that they had and just really giving that presentation that extra glossy look. But for Terror of the Vervoids, especially with the Ultimate Foe to come, the final 2 episodes for Trial of the Time Lord, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. It's kind of like going back a few years in terms of Doctor Who. In fact, probably like 79 when the budget was really low. For the most part, the sets and the model shots do work quite well, but with a luxury liner, you kind of have the corridors that just look like sort of really basic sort of like hotel rooms. You know, they really are sort of struggling with the money. The best sort of sets is the actual sort of warehouse containers and the pods for the Vervoids. Those are like the best part of it. And to be fair, the reception area looked quite good, barring the BBC computers, video game effects. Again, the music as well. This was done by Malcolm Clarke, who has done some iconic music scores for Doctor Who, most notably Earthshock, Revelation of the Daleks, and Attack of the Cybermen. Here, it's not my favourite to be fair, and it just sounds a bit cartoony at times, especially when the we get a bit of a wah type of moment when the Doctor receives his carrot juice after being on the exercise bike. That just always sort of jars me a bit, and hearing the same bars when the Hyperion 3 is in space, the wow 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 wow, you know, it's kind of sounds very low budget Star Trek. I'm not trying to be too harsh with it because, you know, it's Doctor Who. We all know that the budget is, you know, shoestring budget, but it just sticks out like a sore thumb for me. I'm really sorry. But the star power does continue, this one being the legend that is Honor Blackman, who was a former Avenger girl and Bond girl from Goldfinger, of course. And she does a really good job here. She's the cantankerous Professor Lansky, and very serviceable role, I admit. But yeah, I enjoyed the performance. I know John Nathan Turner gets criticised for stunt casting and bringing in the star power that's not necessarily right for the role to play, but I thought Honor Blackman was great. And it just shows that even at it's not the most popular tenure of Doctor Who, that they can still draw some fantastic actors to come into Doctor Who. It's like a rite of passage for legends of the TV to be in Doctor Who. Terror of the Vervoids also sees the debut of Bonnie Langford as Melanie Bush, aka Mel, the Doctor's new companion. And say what you like about Bonnie, I don't care, because she's one of the most nicest people on the planet. So nice. You just can't hate her at all. And I know poor Bonnie did get the short straw in terms of popularity, in terms of companions, but I think her and Colin Baker work well together. I mean, really, Bonnie was just there to do the screaming, you know, and she's, if anything, she's probably one of the best screamers around. And maybe I should do like a top 5 companion screams, or top 5 horrifying moments from companions, or something like that, or just have a chat with them, because she's definitely up there along with like Zoe or Sarah or Joe in terms of screaming, or Polly, definitely Polly in it, you know. But for her role as Mel, I think she did a great job. She's very professional. She's just so talented as well. You know, if you look on YouTube, she was in The Masked Dancer last year for ITV, and also been in BBC's soap EastEnders quite recently as well. And I think she's just a great talented actress. And what she was given to do as Mel, you know, she did a great job, the best that anyone could do given the circumstances. Now, surprisingly, I must have a clean mind, because when I saw the Vervoids, I just see them as aliens. But over the years, yeah, they do look quite questionable. They certainly resemble an anatomy. Oops. But I quite like the design of the Vervoids. I thought the costumes looked great. I really liked the cliffhanger to part 9 with the half woman, half Vervoid, especially all the veins sort of just, you know, moving around. I thought that, again, that was some really good makeup effects and costume effects there. And I liked the editing towards the demise of the Vervoids, with the costumes going from green to brown. It looked really good, and just, you just couldn't tell. I'm assuming it must have been an edit, because I just don't know how they would have done that, or, you know, at that time in with the technology of the 80s. But yeah, thumbs up for me for the Vervoids. I'm going to give Terror of the Vervoids a TARDIS rating of 6 out of 10. Now, this is not a knock on writers Pip and Jane Baker, because I feel sorry for them in a way, because I just feel that they put so much thought and care and effort into their scripts that, for whatever reason, just doesn't quite transfer well on screen, or something just goes a missing. I don't know what it is, because the Who Done It was really good. I thought, you know, it's pretty, you know, plausible that any one of those characters could have been the murderer. So to do that and keep people guessing is really good. But I think with just the effects and the sets and the music, it just doesn't quite, you know, live up to the what we've seen so far with the Mysterious Planet, and of course Time Warp. It just doesn't go on par with that, and I felt the final part of Terror of the Vervoids was just a little bit rushed, in terms of just hastily getting rid of these characters. We've got to kill the Vervoids. You know, it just felt a little bit rushed. To sum up, for me, Terror of the Vervoids is very memorable, but for, sadly, all the wrong reasons. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts to Terror of the Vervoids. Did you find the Vervoids quite a rude looking alien? And also, which 4-part adventure by Pip and Jane Baker do you prefer? Is it Terror of the Vervoids or Time and the Rani? Next time on Timey Wimey Review, my Trial of the Time Lord season review concludes with the final 2-part, The Ultimate Foe. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And as a good doctor once said, don't throw in the towel, Mel.